problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Run.
Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Hey, alert 33.
Throwing, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This time Jackson will throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Jackson will throw again. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
No, we changed it.
Off the option, here's Henry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Go.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely there to make the grab. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. They'll dump this one off here to White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, middle. 180. Cut.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
180.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he's got this down to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because if you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Middle.
Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
180.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Buccaneers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Henry again on second down. And he'll go down at the 28. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Inside handoff, Henry. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Henry running right. Shreds the tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Ravens 24, Buccaneers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. Sheds off the tackle. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
What's that?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, think, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Henry out of the pistol. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa. We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And off we go from Denver. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Ready up! Let's go now! 70 Lions!
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mark 70. Hut, hut.
Now it's Nix. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
70. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Here's Nix. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down.
Come 19. Come 19. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Go.
To throw. Here's Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
19 tight. 19 Lion. Ready.
They're going. It's Nix. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. how does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
60 Bison, 60. Ready?
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll take this up to the 12-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Set.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Eagles, 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos.
Nix to the air. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Down the sideline he goes. Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 88 yards. And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Again to Henry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Big strides, look at him go. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 40 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The first carry now. This is Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. This one swung out to Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to the air with Nix. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's third and long. A quick throw there is incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And Sutton will have the Broncos first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Throwing, Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Brendan, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Set. Seven Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Jackson will throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now it's Jackson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Throw caught by Flowers. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here now, second and goal. Now Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
13.
Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, you really can't